Yes, mambo vipi mpenzi mtazamaji na mfuatiliaji wa Trans African News Updates. Mimi naitwa Musungu Muliro na mimi natoka Kitale, Trans Nzoia County. I just want to take this opportunity to say a few words about the late Raila Odinga. Personally, nimesikia kwa mara ya kwanza kabisa nimesikia kuhusu Raila Odinga sometimes in 2003. While I was in primary school, I used to have a certain teacher called Mr. Eliud Nyongesa. I remember so well. And the teacher was teaching us social studies. I think in ile time tu kulikuwa kumeingia sasa social studies as a subject. Na of course the teacher Raila Odinga was introduced to me from a wrong angle in terms of ile unajua ile propaganda ya the guy was cursed nini. So we just grew up knowing that, you know, this is the story. This guy was cursed. This guy will not be president. But as time went by, sisemi ati mwalimu alifanya vibaya. This is just a propaganda that was going around. But as time went by, I came to understand Raila Odinga more and more. Until kufikia ile time ya chungwa na ndizi, I was only 13 years old. But of course at 13, mtu yote mwenye ako sharp utakuwa umeanza ku understand some things about life. By that time I had started understanding life. So by the time we got to the post-election violence, I had now known Raila Odinga. And of course, it is believed kwamba in 2007, indeed, Raila Odinga won the elections, the presidential elections. We know what happened. We lost over 1,000 people. And as a statesman, Raila Odinga stopped the fighting, stopped the argument, and he said, you know what, let's make a government together. And that by that time I was only 15, so I got to know Raila Odinga in depth. In 2013, I voted for the very first time. By this time, I was around 21 years. This is the very, very first time I voted for Raila Odinga. If I can remember, there is a certain friend of mine who mtaani alikuwa anaitwa Nyonge. The guy was a staunch supporter of Raila Odinga. We could literally fight. If somebody said Raila Odinga will not make it. Whatever happened. Life moved on. Raila Odinga continued fighting because he believed in what he believed. 2017 came. We voted again. Of course, the results were nullified by the Supreme Court, and this is none other than the Chief Justice Maraga. Yeah, that is David Maraga. And of course, as we all know, this was the very second time for nullification of presidential election since the creation of heaven and earth. This was the first time for the nullification of presidential elections in Africa, not just in Kenya. So this was just a very great landmark. When the rerun was being done around, I think it was on 26th, Raila Odinga alongside Kalonzo Musyoka and other politicians came to my village where I come from. I come from a certain village called Premium. Raila Odinga did a tour, passed through my village, Kitale Town, Kipsongo, Matisi, Premium, and he was telling us, do not go and vote. Of course, we all know. When the rerun came, Raila Odinga was on the ballot. He got around 30,000 votes. Whatever happened. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was sworn in. Come 2022, we went different paths. I supported the other side. He was on the other side. Whatever happened. And there is one simple thing that I've learned from the life and times of one Raila Odinga. There is a certain politician from Tanzania, and I think it's Zanzibar to be specific. This politician made me to understand the life of Raila Odinga in this context. You know, this politician used to campaign. He was loved by the people. In fact, there is a time when the electoral body declared him the winner, but unfortunately, he did not rule. He did not rule Zanzibar. From his story, I came to learn that when God created earth, when God created human beings, he created human beings with purpose. And from this experience, I think the guy who is called Saif or somebody from Zanzibar, this guy was never the president of Zanzibar until his demise, despite the fact that he once won election. The electoral body declared him the winner. There is another story I heard about a certain US president. I think, is it the 42nd president? I'm not very sure, but experts know who this president is. This person had a dream, and a very great dream. And his dream was to be the Speaker of the Senate in the United States. He tried his best. Until a time when his party had the majority. But he did not win the speakership. He was never the speaker. But God had God had prepared something for him. Because as he was wishing and fighting to be the speaker, the deputy president, the vice president resigned. The guy became the vice president of the United States of America. This is a rank that is higher than the speaker the guy was wishing for. After some times, something happened to the president, and the guy became the president of the United States of America without being on the ballot. So this is God's doing. My opinion or my thinking about one Raila Odinga, Baba, I think my opinion though, Baba was made to be a great politician. Baba was made to be a politician who can stop the country. When Baba sneezes, the whole country catches fever. He was made to be a great politician, a big politician. But Baba was not made to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. I know some people will not concur with me in this opinion, but my take is Raila Odinga did what he was made to do, and he did it to the best. I have a reason to believe that Raila Odinga was not made to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, and that is the only reason why Raila Odinga never became the president of the Republic of Kenya. In the meantime, Raila Odinga has been given a state burial. Whatever has happened, things have happened. Some people have died in the process of mourning Baba. He has been given the best, right from India where he died, at JKIA, at Kasarani, at Lee, Nyayo Stadium, Kisumu, and finally at Opoda Farm. From Trans-African News Updates, I say this: rest in peace, Raila Amolo Odinga. May you find peace wherever you are going. Thank you so much. My name is Majani Chezo.